Feminism is a movement mainly focused on women's issues, but which also concerns men's rights in relation to the rights of women. Feminism is not a new concept and has a deep-rooted history throughout America and throughout the entire world. Everyone is familiar with women's suffrage, or should be, so everyone should be familiar with the broad definition of feminism, or at least have a good idea of it, which is a set of beliefs and ideas that belong to a broad social and political movement to achieve greater equality for women throughout the world. Women all over the world seek equality in all spheres of life and use a broad array of strategies to obtain this goal. Some of these strategies are things like raising awareness, or just standing up for themselves on a daily basis and through the law. Feminism has become a large part of the law and it has gained the most social movement through new laws being passed. It's fought for most effectively through the court, and that's where you see the most change happen. That's where you see women gaining the right to vote, gaining, more equal salaries towards men. And feminists are all types of people who range from the average citizen to a high-powered lobbyist, but all of these groups of people are going to see the most change through, a regime changing its laws concerning the rights of women. There are many different types of feminists out there, like any group of people fighting for what they believe in. You're going to have really radical feminists who are always standing up for what they believe in and, going to rallies and every day fighting for, the rights of women. And you're going to have really passive feminists who, believe that women and men should be equal, but don't feel the need to express that daily. But I believe that anyone is technically a feminist if they care about women's issues and believe that men and women are equals and should be treated as such. I consider myself to be a moderate feminist because I don't actively participate in feminist rallies, petitions, or movements, but if I am confronted with a sexist situation, I will not hesitate to stand up for what I believe in. I consider myself a moderate feminist because I will not let the beliefs of men or other women silence what I believe in, which is that men and women should be equal, which is the key concept of feminism. I don't think it's fair to label yourself as a feminist if you are only willing to stand up for the rights of women in your mind. I think feminism has a lot to do with actions, or not so much actions, but the words you actually speak to other people. If you just keep the idea that women and men should be equal inside of your head, then you aren't, being very progressive towards the feminist movement, and you aren't mobilizing any women, including yourself. But I also don't believe that you need to be radical to be effective.